Good. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. This is Twist Gaming, where you get to play board games with us. Coming to you live from Gen Con 2018, bringing you all the board game coverage all week long. First up, who are we? I'm Matt, and I'm joined here with Rich from Japanime Games. How you doing today, Rich?
Hey, how are you doing? Good.
Fantastic. So, first and foremost, Gen Con, we're here. The horde of people have arrived. How's it treating you so far?
Good, good. Very busy. Lots of people running around. We got a lot of new stuff to show off, so we're spending a lot of time teaching people new stuff, new games.
Fantastic. And so speaking of showing off new games to people, what have you got to show off to us today?
So today we have Kamigami Battles, which is going to be coming out near the end of this year. This is a production copy we got made by our factory, just to show off here at Gen Con, let everybody know about it. It's based on gods and goddesses battling each other in the realms to try to control destiny.
Very cool. So, correct me if I'm wrong, this looks kind of similar to one of your other games from back in the day.
Sure. It's actually based off the Kamigami Goddess,
Okay.
which was a game we produced about 5 years ago. Kamigami Goddess, one of the part of the title for Kamigami was Goddess in a Can. And so people probably remember it as one of the only few card games that came in a can. Mm-hmm. They also don't like it because it came in a can, because after you sleeve your cards, you can't really do anything with that can.
Right.
So this is a redesign of the game. Most of the basic elements of that game exist within this box, which is the Battle of Nine Realms. This is Norse gods and Greek gods fighting each other using the warriors from the Zodiac to fight each other. We are republishing that new art. The gods have gotten an update where they are actually in an oversized card format, so that because they are actually chosen by the players before the game begins, so they're never shuffled into the decks or anything. So it's a nice, easy way. It also shows off all the really great art that we have. What we have here on the table is River of Souls, which is the second base game that we're doing. This one is completely new. All the art is new. All the card design is new, and it's Greek and Babylonian and Egyptian gods fighting each other.
Very cool.
Full compatible back and forth between the two, and there's rules for mixing decks and everything to make your own custom play.
Fantastic. So for our viewers at home that maybe aren't familiar with Kamigami, can you tell us what kind of game that it is?
Sure. It's a deck builder, but it's a much more competitive deck builder than most games. There's a lot of player versus player interaction. Their gods start with energy levels. You're trying to eliminate the god's energy level, and you do that by recruiting warriors to attack your opponents. Then you have cards to defend, so there's a lot of back and forth that a lot of deck builders tend to be. I'm playing my game, you're playing your game.
Right.
We never actually talk too much or even have to interact at all.
Right.
This game is very interactive. It uses a very unique chaining mechanic where you can only play one card, but if you have colors of another card on that card, you can chain in, so you can play a series of cards if you build your deck correctly.
Gotcha. So it's got that, ramp mechanism that a lot of these deck builders have, where you're trying to basically make a deck that starts out slow but becomes this monster at the end that just steamrolls your opponent. So you said that there is player interaction here. How many players does this game support?
It's 2 to 6.
Okay.
Yeah, and cool. It actually has 2 different formats. There's the free-for-all format, which is everybody for themselves, and then there's actually a team format where there's a master god with secondary gods to protect them, similar to Emperor version of Magic.
Gotcha. So talk to me about what are some of your favorite aspects of the game here? What's something that really makes this stand out in the industry?
Well, what stands out, first of all, is the art. I think the art is well beyond, it's all Japanese artists, high-quality images that have captured the gods and goddesses of the different mythos. What one of the unique aspects of it is the god and the temple you compare together gives you a lot of variety. So you might play the same god over and over, but you compare them with up to 3 different types of temples based on their spheres of influence. So that strategy and which ones work best, what has the best synergy, something you have to learn. The play style, it uses a random marketplace, but with a random deck of cards, but you get 6 different cards you can always buy. So instead of a lot of different stacks, the variety in the marketplace is changing constantly.
Gotcha.
So
it's one common deck that they're all coming out of versus having the individual decks of the different locations or things that you're buying as a traditional deck builder might have.
Yes.
Gotcha. So what's the playtime on this game?
Playtime is about 35, probably to 45 minutes. There's a variant in the book that increases or decreases playtime if you just want to play a smaller version of the game. It's
Gotcha.
more aggressive.
And I'm assuming that, playtime goes up a little bit as you're increasing player count?
Yes.
Absolutely. Very cool. So is there anything else about Kamigami that you wanted to talk to us about today?
I did talk about the 2 games early next year. We're also going to be doing 4 mini expansions with the Celtic gods, the Hindu gods, the Japanese, and the Chinese gods.
Very cool. So you're running the full gambit of deities.
And if that goes well, we might be going into more technically gods from other realms.
Gotcha. So the great other gods.
The great old ones, yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Very cool. So what's the price point on this game here?
Price point of the base game is $40. It has enough storage capacity in the box to store all the expansions, and then the expansions are going to be $20 each.
Fantastic.
We're also doing a variety of play mats for the game as well as art sleeves.
So where can our viewers find this game today?
Well, you can pre-order it at JapanimeGames.com or at our booth here at Gen Con if you happen to be lucky enough to be here. But in the future, you'll find it at retailers all over the world.
Fantastic. So anything else coming out from Japanime Games that you wanted to talk about today?
Many things.
You guys are very busy here.
Yes. Probably the one that our fans probably would appreciate the most is we have the 5th expansion for Tanto Kawari coming out, which add butlers, which has been something our fan base has really asked for. So we have maids and butlers. They can have relationships.
You have the Maids and Butlers party here at Gen Con as well this year.
Yes, we do. There's actually still tickets available.
Nice.
If you want to go, it's going to be at the Rock Bottom on Saturday night. It's invitation only, though. So.
Gotcha. Fantastic. And where can our viewers go to get more information about the latest happenings at Japanime Games?
The best place is probably our Facebook page, Japanime Games, or on our website at JapanimeGames.com.
All right. Rich, thank you so much. We really do appreciate you taking the time to talk to us today. Oh, sorry, I just messed up your table.
Right. No problem.
And thank all of you for watching at home. Stay tuned for some more coverage coming throughout the week here at Gen Con 2018. Signing off for now, though, I'm Matt. Have a good one, everyone.